This statement here is the second part of multiplication property of inequality. This tells us that if we have an inequality A greater than B, but C is less than 0 or, in short, negative, then the result of multiplying C and A is less than C and B. Noticeably, the inequality symbol changes its direction from the assumption because we are multiplying both sides by a negative real number. This is actually already accepted in our discussions, on our teaching, in our readings, because this is what we have been doing in solving for inequality. Once we multiply a negative real number or even divide both sides of the inequality by a negative number, the inequality symbol changes its direction. Now, we are going to prove that here, that this is true for all A, B, and C element of real numbers. So to show that, by the way, if you are yet to see or view the video for the first part of the multiplication property of inequality we have that previously, you can browse our channel and this playlist. Okay, so before we go to our proof, let me introduce this set P. This is also introduced in the previous video. This is known as the set of positive real numbers. Okay, set of positive real numbers. This is a subset of the real numbers because set P only involves or only includes those numbers greater than 0, which also involves integers, positive integers rather, positive fractions, positive irrational numbers, as long as they're all positive. Now, the reason of presenting this is because there is a very important property which tells us that if there are two real numbers, let's say x and y, and x is greater than y, we will be using this because we have the inequality here as well. Now, for x is greater than y, no matter how large or how small x and y would be, as long as x is greater than y, we can structure x minus y, or once y is subtracted from x, the result is still a positive number. Okay? Even if x and y are not positive real numbers, once x is really larger than y, if y is subtracted from x, then the result is a positive real number. We will be using this definition as we will have this goal here together with our assumptions here. So looking at the goal, so we need to show that if CA is less than CB, which means, okay, we can interchange them following this order. CB is greater than CA, then using this definition, we can claim that CB minus CA is a real number. Again, don't be confused with that. Since this is what is given, CA is less than CB, or what is our intended goal, we can restructure it following this definition and claim that this is true, because this is only true if CA is really less than CB. And if we could come up with our proof reaching to that, then we can say that this is true and this is also true here. Okay? So take note of that as part of our guide. Let us now start with our proof here. Okay, we start by letting A, B, and C be real numbers. Okay, so that we can use the properties for real numbers such as commutativity, associativity, so on and so forth, if we can use them here. And at the same time, okay, we are going to use the assumptions A is greater than B and C is less than 0. Let me use with here so that there would be no repetitions of n. Okay, so this is these are all the assumptions. So we already identified as A is greater than B as well, and C is less than 0. Okay, so this means using this and the definition for this inequality, we can now say that A minus B is an element of the set of positive real numbers. Okay? Now, take note that this, how do I say this? And since 0 is greater than C, okay, as this can be interchanged, I just want to do this so that again we can apply this definition. 0 is greater than C. Then we can also say that 0 minus C is an element of the positive of a set of positive real numbers. Okay, so it should be minus C, which yields, let me change the color to black, okay, which gives us negative C is an element of positive real numbers. Okay, I'm doing this so that we can have the same understanding of elements of positive real numbers, because we have a closure property for addition and multiplication of elements of set of positive real numbers. Okay, so that's why we really need to structure them in this manner. So once I have this statement and this taken from the, hopefully this is clear. If I'm going to multiply them, a minus b times negative c, is it still a positive real number? As mentioned earlier, there is a closure property for multiplication here, so the answer is yes. Okay, so take note, once you multiply two positive real numbers, no matter how small or how large are they, the result is still a positive real number. So again, when multiplying this, which is a positive real number, and negative c, even if it's negative, don't be confused with that, because we have already cleared that it's still a positive real number. So the result is still a positive real number, even if this is negative, okay? Because c here is less than 0. So negative of negative, that's positive. Okay, so after that, the point of doing this is that once we multiply them, okay, let me multiply using distributive property. I have here a times negative c minus, you have b times negative c. As mentioned, it's still a positive real number. Okay, now let me continue multiplying them. This is minus ac, this is minus negative b c, or let me just continue. Hopefully it's clear. This will become positive bc, because b times negative c is negative bc, but you have here a negative outside. They are still the element of the set of positive real numbers. Okay, now what I would like to do here, since looking back on our goal, make sure that cb starts first and c is the coefficient before b. You could apply here two sets of commutative property. Let me do it step by step. First is I'm going to interchange the coefficients of each term by commutative property of multiplication. So we can do that so that we can have CB and CA. Okay, still a positive real number because we're just interchanging the coefficients. And then I'm going to use the commutative property of addition as I interchange now the terms, no longer the coefficients. I have here CB minus CA is an element of the set of positive real numbers, or plus negative CA, which is still minus CA. And what is this actually? That is what we would like to show, that CB minus CA here, CB minus CA is an element of positive real numbers, which tells us further that CA is really less than CB. Okay, so we have here, therefore, per definition, CB is greater than CA, which consequently means, because this is not what is asked by the statement, the other way around, CA is less than CB. This ends the proof. Take note, that is what we would like to prove here. Here at the top, CA is less than CB. Okay, coming from these two relationships, this shows that really this is now the proof for the second part of the multiplication property of inequality, which tells us again, we have accepted this as true all the time, but this is the proof that if we have a greater than b, and when we have a negative number, or c is less than 0, and that c is multiplied to both sides, the inequality symbol changes its direction. This is that proof for the second portion of the multiplication property of inequality. Thank you very much for watching.